Greetings, this is Greg. Um, my talk today focuses on a question, which is, should the United States and other authorities consider spending $100 or $200 million a year to eliminate or to limit, if not eliminate, huge hurricanes hitting in the Caribbean and therefore the United States every year? Usually I have a sort of intro of my site, but this is a new thing for me to be covering hurricanes. So I'll limit it this time to just bonjour, wie geht's, zdravstvuyte, ni hao ma to those not watching the United States. This is Greg, and what happened is that as I've been staying on top of Irma and Harvey over the last few weeks, the question came up is, were there any tools that one could use to address slowing down these massive hurricanes? For the last, let's say, 20 years or so, I kept wondering, when you know that a hurricane is steaming towards heavily populated areas, you know that you're going to see billions in damages and probably numerous lives lost. So the one thought I had in mind was, do you set off not a nuclear device, but that would leave any kind of radiation, but maybe a very high-powered bomb of some sort in the hurricane eye to disrupt the formation as a way to slow the impact of something like this on the general population. As I kept reading, well, clearly that idea wouldn't have worked. It'd be expensive. It may leave fallout that would be harmful to the environment, etc., long term. So as I was reading recently, something really amazing came up, and that was research that had been done for NASA indicated while the hurricane season starts in the early June timeframe, June 2nd, the peak of hurricane activity doesn't start until the latter part of August through, I want to say, early October. And the one reason given for this is actually dust from the Sahara Desert or airborne sand from the Sahara Desert. So what happens is that the sand, while airborne, actually provides a diffuser for the sun so that you don't have the combination of energy from the sun and wave action to help generate the start of hurricanes that then feed off the warm water and become huge. So as these dust storms off of the Sahara dissipate, you now have sun power combination water power to create these massive damaging hurricanes. So this brings to mind the question of, should the U.S. begin a process of actually fabricating these massive dust storms via dumping sand at high altitude into the atmosphere in large enough amounts to replicate how it naturally occurs from the desert. There may be environmental consequences beyond this. The question, though, is it worth the cost of putting planes up with $100 million worth of sand, perhaps for a couple of months each year? Is that $200 million a better spend of time and resources than spending $100 to $200 billion every X number of years to address major damage as the impact of global warming really becomes felt? I think this is an interesting question. I think it needs to be asked, and it needs to be answered by the authorities, because this is a lot of property and people damage that's occurring, and it seems that global warming is causing this situation to get worse, and I think it's worth the reduction in sort of damage to everyone to both plan and execute this in an efficient way to help everyone involved. So looking forward to your comments. This is Greg. I want to say for the Hurricane Updaters, please like and subscribe. I look forward to your comments and hope this gets to the proper authorities for review, because we need to find a way to end all of these. Have a great day. Subscribe and leave a comment and a like, and look forward to your comments. Tschüss, mach's gut. Au revoir, tout à l'heure. Lahitro.